learn when you didn't go to school to make cakes? So I would go to like thrift stores and buy all my baking materials. No questions asked. Yes, I would refund you the money. I'm not gonna ask you why. I'm not gonna ask you for, for feedback or whatever. I just gave him his money back and hey guys, my name is January and this is January Cakes. Welcome to my YouTube channel. As you know, I'm a content creator. I also make cakes. And I'm probably someone that spends too much time thinking about cakes. So today, so that you can get to know me better, I'm gonna answer 5 questions so that you can learn more about me and my baking journey. So let's get started. First question. Was it love at first bake or did you and baking have a rocky start? It was actually love at first bake. When I first realized that I loved doing it or liked doing it, it was more of like a hobby. So I would spend endless hours on YouTube and, just rummaging through videos and trying to keep absorbing information. It's so funny because nowadays when people ask me, how did you learn when you didn't go to school to make cakes and decorate cakes? I just tell them that I'm a graduate of YouTube University. And that's a lot of how other bakers started too. We just watch YouTube, and learn a lot of things. YouTube is really a good place. And that's why I'm on it right now. And I also want to share my experience. Next question. What made you think that, hey, I should bake a cake? Well, I've always loved cooking, preparing food. So when my boyfriend at the time, who is now my husband, graduated from a scuba diving class, I actually ordered a custom cake, scuba diver theme cake. I was really less than impressed when I got the cake. I literally inspected the scuba diver on top of the cake. And then I realized it's sort of made out of a material that's like Play-Doh. I like playing Play-Doh. And I was like, I think I can do this. And that is the start. And that's how it really sparked this journey. It actually really just started as a hobby. Like I just kept like researching. At the start, I didn't want to spend so much money because it was just a hobby. Like, I don't want to spend too much money on it. So I would go to like thrift stores and buy all my baking materials, like my first baking tins, spatulas, whisks. I even bought my handheld mixer at a thrift store, my first one, and my rolling pin. I still use that rolling pin up to this day. I think like after 9 years. So that's how I started. I'd actually thank my husband to getting me started on making cakes. Next question. Do you remember your first cake, or was it Instagram worthy, or was it a Pinterest fail situation? Oh my god, my first cake was actually a Pinterest fail, but I love it. I was so happy and I was so proud that I made everything from scratch. Like I YouTubed how to make a marshmallow fondant, and I went and bought, I don't even know Buck Barn yet at the time, so I had to go to Walmart to buy food color to color my fondant. I'm gonna probably put an insert of what my first cake looked like. I was so proud of myself. I can't believe it. And then I also made my own cake board because I don't even know where to buy cake boards at the time. Like, I just know that it looks silvery, so I took like a tin foil and cut out a hard like cardboard and covered it with the tin foil, and I thought that's what a cake board is supposed to look like. I don't even know, seriously. Next question. When did people around you started saying, hey, can you bake me one too? Was it flattering or was it just free cake requests? Oh my god. So when I started making cakes, I would actually offer I'll make your cake, or you know what, I would ask people around, and I'm like, I'd show up with a cake, and yeah, they started ordering from me, and I'm like, oh my God, I just kept taking all the orders at the time. Remember, this was like 9 years ago or 8 years ago, and I was charging, I think, like $30, $40 for a cake, and I would spend like endless nights making the cake. But it was so worth it because I was having so much fun. And every time I would charge someone for a cake, I would calculate like how much would that cake toy would be. Like, for example, like an extruder at the time, it was so expensive. Like an extruder is like $40. So when someone tells me, okay, can you make me a cake like this so and so for $40, and I'm like, great, yeah, I'll make it, because then I can buy that extruder. That's how I calculated how I priced my cakes at the time. What was the craziest and the most unexpected thing that happened since you started baking? Well, there's only really one thing that I remember. It was my first bad review. First time that somebody called me and said that they didn't like it, they didn't like how it looks like, and I was so shy, and I was like, oh my God, I was so embarrassed. So when I got that text, it was actually a boyfriend. He ordered a cake, so I made the cake, and then like the next day he messaged me and he's like, so my girlfriend didn't like it, would like to get a refund. And I'm like, no questions asked. Yes, I would refund you the money. I'm not gonna ask you why. I'm not gonna ask you for, for feedback or whatever. I just gave him his money back, and that's it. So, but there is a plot twist, because like maybe like a week or so later, I was showing my cake, like my cell phone, my pictures of my cakes at work, and one of my coworkers was like, hey, I recognize that cake, and it was the boyfriend cake. And she said, oh my God, we love that cake. That was so good. It was so tasty. We loved it. It was so good. That cake was amazing. And I'm like, he even asked for a refund. But anyways, you know what? All is good. I didn't really mind it, because now I know that cake was really, really good. And they just want to scam me. But anyways, so that's my story. I hope you enjoy watching, and I'll be posting more stories about myself on this channel, and at the same time I'm going to share with you a lot of caking tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. I hope you enjoy watching. See you again next time. Hey, message me on the comments, and we'll just hang out. Ask me questions. Bye.